Howdy folks, Tyler here from UCM. Heading out to the claims, the second day of summer. Really enjoying the weather. Had a big weekend last weekend down the river. Had Daniel Gerber from Dredging Z. He came down from Christchurch and spent a bit of time on the Supermax, which was bloody good. We also figured out that there is a lot more gold to be had further down the river and further up the river. So, in turn, I may have to may change position. Still getting good gold where I am, but it'd be better to get some better gold for sure. Also, another good thing is that I've just got the GoPro Hero 5, so looks like you're coming underwater with me, which is great. I can show you a bit of what the ground's like and things, and it will be the routine again. We'll probably do a clean-up towards the end of the evening. You can watch a bit more of that. Actually, I'll show more of the clean-up on the river, and obviously the KSCR running at home. If you guys haven't watched me before, you can clearly see that I've throughout the videos that I'm a big buff on the keen engineering. About 50 years of engineering has gone into their dredges, so they know what they're up to. I do recommend, if anyone wants to get into gold mining, definitely contact Daniel Gerber from Dredging Z, or his website is www.dredgingz.co.nz. He'd be happy to help. Also, too, just getting into the keen stuff from online, it's affordable and it works. Like any gold miner is. If you're starting out, it's great, and you know, the odd few altercations can be made if you're an experienced dredger, but I recommend them tenfold too. So we're just going to test out this GoPro Hero 5 as I'm driving down the road. Excuse me, I'm a smoker, and I like to have a drink, so once I hit the claim, that's kind of like my first go-to. Just have a Corona and have a ciggy. Hopefully the road noise isn't too bad, but let's see how we go. I won't record all the way down, but I'll try my best. Got about 4 hours time on this SD card, and hopefully it's enough for the day. I don't want to make a 4-hour video, that's for sure, but just gonna test her out and see what she's capable of. I've also got the chest harness, which I'll be wearing with you guys on it, and hopefully I get all the angles right. It's a good road, but she's off-road. I've showed you guys some videos of the claim and what it looks like as driving down here, but I'll do some better ones later on. Obviously when I get a bit more interest in what we've got going on down here, then we'll see. I'm a one-man band at the moment, so excuse me, I like to smoke. Gotta keep my eyes out too. I've got a bit of a wee poacher down here, I think, just floating around on the claim, which I've got no problem with. If anyone wants to give me a ring, plenty of ground there for anyone who wants to do canning and prospecting. It's a good place to learn, that's for sure. Great fishing down here too. So we made it. We're down on the river, which is great. Just trying to make this easier. I haven't got one of those bloody poles yet for the GoPro, but I have got the harness, so that means dredge. Got a big hole that we're digging out here. The water level's open. I think the dam's open, so The current's a bit strong for me as just a single guy to lift up. A few test holes, etc, etc. But I think it's a bit high for me to be pulling this thing up by myself, so I'll just continue to work where I can. As you can see, there's a bit of a shelf that goes right across there, easily attackable in the winter, but it's better to better in the summer obviously when it's warm. But I don't want to try to attempt to pull this thing up. I think the Supermax weighs about 600 kilos when she's all go, but if I pull her up and something happens, I'm just not going to risk it. It's the ill benefit of working on your own. Mind you, you get to keep all the gold. Whoop whoop. So anyway, sorry, push the button. Battery doesn't seem to last long on these things. Anyway, we'll save it for when we get in the water. I'll get all fired up and suited up and stuff, and then we'll go for a bit of a walk and we'll have a look around to see if we can see any black sand depositing down. That's an interesting wee web right there. Wonder if she's home. Let's see if we can see a bit of oh yeah, all the spiderlings have hatched. See them going everywhere. I'll be ready to cut a track, I think. And I doubt Mum's home. She doesn't stick around. It'll be one of the New Zealand native nursery web spiders, or a water spider. But it is. But anyway, let's get into it. Dredge is up and running. Thought we'd just go for a wee walk. Have a wee browse underwater. I'll show you what the ground's like. See if we can see any black sand. Put my beer down, sorry. Haven't got the snorkel on, so I'm just trying here. So there's plenty of black sand in all this cobble, so I think we'll just keep hitting it. I think it's going to get stronger the closer I get to that reef up there, so it's not bedrock, but there's a clay layer at the base, hard packed clay layer that the gold doesn't seem to go through, and I've punched through it a couple of times and it's not that good, and I'm not willing to look through 50 feet of gravel to find the pay. I'll just take what's easy. So flood gold seems to be my best bet around here, just for a start anyway. Once I've made my millions, and I'll start being a bit of an entrepreneur. Anyway, I'm going to get geared up with all my gear and put my weight belts on, put the dredge nozzle in place, get you guys kitted onto my fucking chest harness, and we'll be away. Righto. So you'll see here, there's a bloody big rock. There's a bit of gold still down here, so we'll just keep that. Try and feel what's behind it, because might be a picker or two to pick up. pretty shit, so I'll turn off now. I'll log back on when she's pretty good. Oh, sorry, we'll come back on when I'm good. Let's go. It's good. We got a blockage, so as you can see, pile up. We're gonna try and get this shit fixed. Another drama of bloody gold dredging. So I got a bit of a kink in my hose. It's down really deep. I'll do a wee bit of a flyby for you. I've taken my weight belt off, but I'll put you in my hands. You can see. Current strong on the top. We'll do a float over. So I busted down on about, I don't know, maybe 12-15 feet, I don't know. I'm 6'2". My carrot's a bit strong for me anyway, but what I did is I just did a wee half-hour run just to check if I could punch through to another pay layer, and so behold, lo and behold, I did. So I'm just going to shut the box down a wee bit, and just have a wee look, have a bit of a break. Side box to catch a bit of gold. Little block there. Put it there. Good. I'm at the beginning of this bend down here, around the other edge, around the other side. The gold's bloody awesome. Like, right on the surface, lots of it. It's a bit noisy. Hang on. It'll just be interesting to see if there's any extra gold in. Gravel's very, very different. Just up the throttle a wee bit. There we go, shit out. Don't know, where I dug there was fucking nothing, but that's alright. I had to find out. Bit of gold locked in down the side there. I don't know how well you can see that, but and it was already there from running behind those big rocks. Pretty fine. That's the good thing about the suit max, it catches all the fines. You can't see that. There's gold in there. There's plenty down in here. Lot would have washed over. Hang on a minute. Plenty of black sand. Another wee patch of gold. Anyway, my filming's pretty wretched. I'm dying for a ciggy. But anyway, I'll keep at it. Might just go back up into the top stuff here again, around those big rocks. There's a bit more bigger gold up there. And then I'll go for a wee fish, I think. There's a piece of gold. But anyway, yeah. Like it's clear, it's all touchscreen too. Oh, nice. Yeah. So I'm back in the car. It was a pretty eventful day. One of the motors ran out of fuel, so here's me being a slack bugger. So I have decided to leave the box full and hit it next weekend. Whether or not I post this first and then just do a part 2, which will follow next weekend, But what's happening is I'm getting closer to Christmas time now, and I finish up work for a couple of weeks, and then do a couple more days of work, and then I finish off for another couple of weeks. Have a good friend Ross Dorr coming to give us a hand on the dredge, which will be great. But I'll do a clean up before then. I was in the water for 2.5 hours, I suppose. A couple of minor problems happened. Pipe came off, air stopped, etc, etc. But it's been a good day. A few pickers in the box in the top. Can only imagine that there's a lot more gold further down, which is going to be awesome. So I'll keep working that ground. We'll just see where we end up. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're watching this stuff for the first time. Check out my other videos. They'll get more exciting as my knowledge progresses and as I get on to better gold. And yeah, thanks for watching. Tune in next time. All fun and games down on the claim. Howdy folks, here again down at the claim, day 2. Got a smash few hours, then do a clean up tonight, so you'll be able to see that as well as the gear from last week. I'm here with my mate Adrian. Hello. And he's going to have a go down on the dredge. He's pretty keen. I'm not going to drive you down there like last time. You don't need to see all that shit, so that's all good. Routine, Coronas, smokes, fucking weekend, summer, awesome. Good life. Good life. Too right. I'm going to turn this shit off. Whoop whoop. I don't know why I just said that. Dredge is functioning quite well. Ryan's having a wee fart around in the water, and we've got Adrian on the nozzle. Hey Ryan, say hello. Just found a good paying flood layer at the moment, so we're just working away. Just at the top, nice and red. You can see the gold weight in it, super fine. You got it. He knows what he's doing now. This is Adrian's first time. No goggles! Oh, the life of a dredger. How many hoses can you have? Chilling out having a Monteith's crushed apple. That's what it's all about. So mainly today, as much as it is, I had to clean up from last time, so letting these guys have a go. They just want to learn, you know, have a look. I think it's great. The amount of people that are learning. Old Ryan over here is having a great time. He's lying on the top. Oh yeah. Good there, it's fucking good there. Good. It's hard for me to do both. Yeah, it's all good. You get in. Some of it's a bit shaky, but there'll be good footage of it sucking that gold layer off into the machine. Good shit, isn't it? It is a lot of gold here. Yeah. It is a lot. I reckon we should just move these big rocks from in front for a second. This big rock, yeah. I'm going to point at it, we need to move that I reckon, and then we can work through. Yeah, so anyway, back to where I was at. Yes, these boys are learning and getting on the gold. Once you see it, the fever happens, eh? Bang boom. Gold's on, but Who's that, Dave? Who's that? There goes a kiss from the dog for all you folks. Oh, because this will be the good first most proper video. I've got a bit of a bloody blockage here, so I better go sort that out. We'll check back in a second. Righto, so we're on our way home. Adrian's got changed, done a clean up, so we're taking all the gear back home to chuck it through the KSCR, which should be good. Hopefully we see a bit of colour. So there's a few hours on the machine. Did another couple of punches and test holes and tried a bit, and we got onto the top layer of the flood, and you can see that the layer's pretty rusty. You can see all the black sand and then the rust layer, and there's gold through it. So we tried that today. We're only probably did get over a metre deep, which isn't too bad. But it was Adrian's first day on a dredge, I think. Was it your first day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really good.
It was really good. How do you feel?
I feel great. It's a good experience. I feel tired. I am really tired, but I say before, it's the tired comes from you can stop.
Yes.
You can stop. You teach me there is the black sand, the red sand, the rust, and it's inside this is gonna be the gold, and you see that, and you know down there is gold, and you can stop, and you get further. Okay, you get tired. It's a heavy work, yeah, but it's really good experience. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, good.
Nice to do it.
The current, the flow of the water was pretty high up today, so we were struggling quite a bit, weren't we, with the current. Generally I wear maybe up to 20 kilos and it sort of sees me right, but because we were down there today in the shallows, we were sharing, I had about 14 kilos on, and Adrian was probably wearing about 11 or 12, and we're getting battered a bit, so we're a bit tired. Well, anyway, we'll go back home and we'll do a clean up and get the beers out as we do, and fucking maybe eat some pizza, and then we'll go from there. We'll see you back at the house. Are we good? We're online. Are you videoing?
Of course, my
Of course. So Adrian's on the film at the moment, guys. He's doing. We started out here before. You can tell that the weather
fucking
not
shit.
so great. We had lightning and thunder before, and we don't have it quite like the States where if lightning strikes you run. We don't run. I got really wet. I was still in my wetsuit, which I need to get out of the bathroom because my partner will kill me. But I've done, I guess I'm sitting around about half at the moment. I'm waiting for it to clean up. What I'll do is I'll pull my phone out and hopefully I can show you. We've got, what have we got going on there, Adrian?
Yeah, I'll
just get out. You can see it, it's starting to clean out itself. So we're starting to see, got a bit of accumulation up the top. You guys have seen the videos before anyway. We're starting to see it. Obviously bigger gold at the bottom of the pan. If we go for a wee walk over here, Adrian will come over here. I'm taking out some of the bigger pickers. They're just sitting in the bottom of the pan, which is good. If Adrian can point that at me, I'll just make sure the GoPro is still running. Yeah, it is. It's still good. So he's seen. So they're kind of good. Like I'll grab a couple. Like they're not huge pieces, which is good, but they're pieces all the same. I can pick them up. I wouldn't call them nuggets, but they're certainly pickers. But we'll clean through this, and hopefully soon. If you come back over here again, there, Adrian. Now it's probably starting to show. So every line is coming through, which is good. We've got a bit up the top, but again we've got a bit more to go. So we'll finish up the clean up, and we'll do a bit of a pan out when we're done, and then yeah, we'll maybe even weigh it for you guys to see what we do in a bit of a run. Anyway, this is the application. You've all seen it. I highly recommend Keen's products. The KSCR, they say you have to run it reasonably slow and let it go, and you should catch all your gold up here. I kind of just, again, work with a snuffer bottle. Anything goes past halfway, just suck it up. Because, yeah, make sure you classify all your gear down to. Using your I don't know. I think they're don't get me states wrong, but 20, 40, and 80 mesh classifiers. Use them to knock it down. And then after that, this is capable. I think at 40 mesh is good for this one. I can go smaller, but I don't know. I think that's where I charge, you know, to here. And you'll see if you look down here just now, I've got 1 or 2 pieces just floating past, and I do 2 scoops about every 5 minutes, 2 good ones, and I just suck them up. Still pretty clean, and it's just getting knocked down, so it's good. Anyway, we'll finish this up, and we will get it into a pan, show you guys a washback, and from then we'll be good. So I've made it daytime. I didn't really finish doing the cleanup until this morning. It was raining last night, etc, etc. I just thought I'd show you what I do. Get yourself a wide assortment of classifiers and magnets. Just trying it. This new one comes from Daniel Gerber. Little pen. It's a patent pending job, but it looks like it works alright. Grabs a fair amount, which is good. And I've always had this magnet, which is pretty grunty and good. I'm just going to go through the steps here and classify all this stuff down smaller, so make sure you have lots of pans available. Quite a bit of gold in there now. I see all these fines as well, but we'll classify it down, wash it up, and I'll show you the end result. I'll just do one now that you've got a chance to see me. Hard with one hand. Yeah, I might get the other half to help me out here. I've got a 20 mesh screen here, and I'm going to put a pan floating, which is great. Just to get rid of this large majority of the black sand, I'm just going to pour it all down into here, and I got my snuffer. So wash all that gold down in, all down in the pan. Now I've got a clean pan, which is good. That allows me to get rid of all the fines and work with something easy. So now I'll get rid of this, go back to my next pan, my old pan.
I can't see the screen.
That's all right. Just point and shoot. Get it nice and deep so you know you got it all out. It's pretty clean. You can tap the top of the screen if you want.
I don't have.
Oh, you've got it back on. This makes it a lot easier to pan.
Your hat's in the way.
Of what?
And the shadow on this.
I'll try this wee pen out, I think. See how it goes. Just check it. It's looking pretty sweet. Working pretty well. Oh. Let's bring it over here to check. I haven't pulled anything out. Got a wee piece of lead in there. That's pretty much all the magnetics done. It's good. Let's check it again with the big one. One or two. Now we can finish this one up. Nice and clean. A bit of lead. Just cool. I can pick the rest of those out of there. That's the bigger bits all pulled out, and I'll repeat the same process with the finer stuff, and then we'll get down. But you kind of know the drill. We've got another. We'll go 30 mesh next. If I grab this and down the bottom. Treat. And we can repeat. Use the 30 mesh this time. Make sure I got plenty of water in the snuffer. Guys, I can't see that. The fines all stuck to the bottom. And they all add up. Another clean pan. Give her another wee shake. It's hot out here today. Isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Check we got it all. Quite a bit of light stuff on there, so we can just rinse that off pretty quick. What?
I just imagine if you're colorblind, you'd be fucked.
Well. Same again, we'll go around, pick up all that stuff, check it. It's good. Pretty confident that all the lights will just roll out. Might give it a wee jiggle. Might lose that piece. All that piece. there's our next grade. But anyway, I'll finish it up and we'll have a look to see what we got, because I don't want to add these two together. I'll definitely get all the concentrate, all the lighter material out of them, and then we can have perfectly clean gold. Sweet. Say that they let a lot of the fine gold go, but if you do this, I don't know if we can see here, but this pan is the finest of gold. You see it all floating? A lot of it's not floating. So I'm going to spend the next hour probably trying to separate this. But once I have, I can show you smaller chunks. It's pretty clean. It's good. And I'll probably have this same amount in fine gold. So we'll get to the end and go from there. All the black sand out. We know we've got this over here, gold, but and why I run the Supermax is because for the gold catchment of with all the fines, so it gets you in the sunlight. And I'll just show you as a wee washback. If I can. This is absolutely fantastic, and it all adds up, I'm telling you. So we did alright. I'll get this all cleaned up, and might even do my next video. I think I might show you my wee Kiwi quick kiln that I've got for gold. But yeah. It's not all clean, but it's pretty good. There's a few big bits in there, bit of black sand, but I'll just melt that out with the borax. But looks good. Yum yum yum. Oh well. That's my first. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and we'll do another one. Choice. Works absolute treat. Not sure if it's an aerodynamic like one. Yeah, strong, whatever it is. And you know, able to sit it on your waist there, or on your belt. Bit of belt. I don't know, my belt's a bit funny, but even, you know where a pen goes? Does the same thing. Highly rate it. Definitely inquire to Dredging Z about getting one of these, because champion. And thanks to Kane, they make great machines, you know. Even the KSCR catches them. Give them a bell if you have any inquiries. Number one, I would call them number one distributor of Keen products. Though, you know, Daniel will help you anytime.